Hi, and welcome back to In the Kitchen with Mama Dreads. I am so glad you could join me today. Be sure to check in the description box below for a copy of the recipe so that you can follow along with the recipe and this video. So go on and gather all of your ingredients and meet me in the kitchen. We'll start today by adding 8 ounces of chocolate chips to a double boiler. And we're going to go ahead and melt these until they're fully melted and then let them cool while we're prepping the rest of our ingredients. So here we have our ingredients all prepped and ready to go. In the large bowl we have the flour, and to that we are going to add the sifted cocoa. Make sure to sift cocoa always. It is full of lumps. We're going to add the baking powder, which is also sifted, and the salt. And we're going to whisk those together until they're fully combined. Just like so. And to our stand mixer, we are going to add our 1 stick of vegan butter and our brown sugar. We're going to beat that with a paddle attachment till it's light and fluffy. Scraping down the bowl as often as you need to. And we're going to stop halfway through that. It should take 5 or 6 minutes or so to get the right consistency, and we're going to scrape down our bowl, making sure that we get all the stuff out of the bottom so that can get well incorporated into the dough. And we're looking about right here. Nice, soft, fluffy butter and sugar. To that we are going to add our applesauce and the vanilla. And we're going to beat that in until it is well combined. Be sure to scrape down the bowl halfway through. Next we are going to add our melted chocolate from our double boiler. And we're going to go ahead and mix that together until that is well combined as well. Be sure again to scrape down the bowl halfway through to make sure all of that is combined. Next we are going to add in about half of our flour and cocoa powder mixture. And we're going to again mix that until that is combined. Be sure to start on slow so the flour mixture doesn't all fly out of your bowl. We're going to look again for a nice homogeneous mixture. And that looks well combined. Now we're going to stream in our milk, all of it. We'll do this kind of slowly. Give this a chance to incorporate the milk. And again, we're going to mix until it is well combined. Scraping down the bowl halfway through. And now we're going to add the remaining flour mixture. And for the last time, we're going to mix until incorporated. Again, starting on slow. There we go. All right, here you can see the batter is well combined and it's thickening nicely. And we are going to go ahead now and cover this with plastic wrap and set it in the fridge for 1 hour or so to firm up. While our dough is in the fridge firming up, we have preheated our oven to 350 degrees and we have prepped a few things. We've got a small bowl with about a quarter way full of granulated sugar, a small bowl of powdered sugar, and we're going to prep our sheet pan with parchment paper. And I like to use a cookie scoop. This is a small tablespoon scoop, but you can use a regular tablespoon if you have. You can weigh them out however you see fit. But you want to try and get cookies that are a consistent size so that they will bake evenly. Do remember that if you use a spoon or a scoop that is larger than a tablespoon, that will affect the baking time. I also wanted to share a little trick with you to keep your parchment down, especially handy when you're piping cookies. We're just going to take a little bit of our dough and we're going to press it in the bottom corners of our sheet pan. And we are going to press our parchment into that. And your parchment will lay nice and flat and not move at all. So here our cookie dough is firmed up nicely. We're going to go ahead and get 1 even scoop. I like to bake a test cookie or 2 off first. And a warning to you, this will get messy, so you'll be washing your hands and your scoop throughout this process. You're going to go ahead and drop your ball of cookie dough into the sugar and move it around into the sugar, coating it. And then you're going to put it into the powdered sugar and press. just like so. And we're going to go ahead and place that on the sheet tray. I'll do another one for you. You want them even, of course, your consistency to be right, about every cookie to be about the same size. You'll end up washing your scoop a million times. And we're going to roll that around. And we're going to press that right into our powdered sugar. And here we go. So here I did my test batch of the first 3 cookies just to make sure the consistency was good and I didn't waste my time rolling them all out. It's good. They look really well. You want to bake them until just the edges feel crispy. Not to the whole cookie is hard, because then they will harden and be chewy, crunchy cookies. And these are chewy and moist and fudgy and amazing. So now I'm going to go ahead and scoop out the rest of them and get them in the oven. So here we have it. I wanted to talk to you a little bit about spacing. We want to space the cookies out so enough room for each of them to rise and spread. They don't rise too much, but they do. So I like to do this 3-2-3 option. And then we're going to go ahead and get those in the oven, and we're going to check them at the 10-minute mark. I like to use an offset spatula and just go right up under each cookie, making sure we're not losing any of our cookies to the parchment paper. And here we have it. We have amazing, fudgy, chocolatey, crinkly chocolate cookies. This recipe yielded about 48 cookies, so expect anywhere from 40 to 50 cookies depending on the size of your scooper. I hope you enjoyed this video and that you make these for yourself.